Okay, so the idea is to drill a hole in here to hold a 3 millimeter, um, easily a 3 millimeter piece of rod, glass rod. You could just do it this way if you want, but it just seems to be a little easier if it had a little bit of a hole, and that way it won't rotate on you. So first thing we're going to do is wire this up, and I have some steel wire. So I'm going to cut off a piece. So just cut off a piece there, and I am just going to have this closed, not super tight. I just want to have it like on one hook, one connecting, and then I'm just going to tighten this really tight, as tight as I can. So I'm also putting another wire here, and then I'm going to heat this up and I'm going to bend it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Take another piece of wire. And now I'm going to do this up at the front, and hopefully that will keep it from moving so much when you heat it up, because you know, as you heat steel it expands, so it does want to move on you. So now I'm going to take it over to the torch, and I'm just going to heat it here, and then I'm going to take it over to a vise and bend it. So I will show you that. I'm using my my oxygen propane torch that I use for lamp working, and I'm going to light this up, and you can hear my ventilation going. I'm going to heat this up so it glows red, and then when it glows red, I'm going to take it over to the vise and bend it. So I'll light this. It doesn't take very long for it to start glowing. Turn this off and start it up in a second. And you want to bend it when it's glowing, not when it's a dull red, because that's when the steel is the softest. So as you can see, it's starting to glow. And I have to walk over to my other bench where the vise is, so I am going to... Alright, so this is glowing red. I'm going to put it in my vise right where I want to bend it. And bend it. So there we go. There's a nice bend. I'm going to quench it, and that'll help harden it. And then go over to the drill press. This is my drill press, and this rod that we're going to try to hold on to where it doesn't move around is 3 millimeters. So I've got different sizes of drill bits, and these are just under 3 millimeters. This one. This one's just under 3 millimeters. This one's a couple, about 2 millimeters, and this is even smaller. So I'm going to start with the smaller one. And you do want to keep this nice and tight. In fact, I'm going to put another piece of wire right here, because where I want to drill it is right up near the top. So I want to keep this as tight as possible. And then I'm going to drill it like that. So we're going to start with a small one. And I recommend wearing some eye protection, ear protection, all that good stuff. This is a really old unit and it's really loud. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Again, I'm going to try to go right up near the top. You can see that it's rolling pretty nicely. Make sure that you hold the hemostats nice and tight with your hand. What I'm doing is I'm letting it loose a little bit to let the bit cool off. It's working pretty hard. And there was no oops, it just went all the way through. That's nice. I'm going to do that one more time just to make sure that it is all the way through. Nice. So there you can see a really, really small hole. Can I really focus on that? There we go. And I'm going to just step it up one more step. This might be actually enough to where that's all you need. Let's check that out. So I'm actually going to take this one off, take this one off. Now again, you don't need to do this to get to make chains. So it's actually pretty nice. It's not bad, but I think I'm going to go one step bigger. I'm going to wire this back up. So if you don't wire it back up, it can spread out on you, and that is never a good thing. It's a lot harder to get them back to being a nice closed hemostat. Okay, so I'm going to change this one out to the next size up. Make sure it's centered. Get some more oil on here. Keep the wires away from the drill bit. And we're going to go down again. We're going to go right into that hole. Should be a little bit easier this time because it has a pilot. There we go. So this time it's a little bit bigger. And let's check it out. So that's looking really, really good. It's nice, closes nicely. Oh, that feels great. So it's not moving on me, it's not rotating. I'm able to leave it clamped on one clamp. If I did it more than that, it would probably break the glass, but this is looking great. So the drill bit that I'm using, so this is steel wire. It's just a 22 gauge or whatever gauge that you can get at your hardware store. I've had this for a million years. You can see it's pretty rusty, but it works great. I would not use a handheld drill press because that you're going to have a hard time making it go up and down. And then this drill bit, which is excellent, is, let's see if I can measure that, about 2.2 millimeters. And I don't see it saying anything, like a number or anything like that, but it's pretty small, so it's 2.2 millimeters in diameter. So that's the drill bit that I used, and it works great. So that's how you make that. Hey, so, boy, this is crooked. Ah, looks like I'm falling off the planet here. Hey, so I did want to let you know that you do not have to make these to make the floating bead in a link. All the ones that I've been doing up until last week have been without this. And then last week I made one of these and it was like, wow, that makes it a lot easier to keep it from falling down into the hot oil. So this does help. You don't need it, but I wanted to make one for you so you could see how to do it. If you want to make one, that would be great. If you don't want to make one, that's okay too. You don't need one. This is a nice to have, not a need to have.